Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the dystopian cybernetic future of stealing things from mega malls and failing. That's what makes it
Yeah.
dystopian, the failure. So
Ah,
it's
I
it's
should
I thought it was the mega in front
it's
of the
my
mall that
it's
made
my
it
the mega
dystopian.
makes it big and cybernetic, and then the dystopian is the failure. So you attempted to steal something from the mall and failed, and
nah.
I get to make a move because you got a 6 or less. Um, but I think what I'm gonna do, rather than just be like, oh, you get arrested, haha, you get busted, and the whole mission slows down. I think you just someone notices you. You just spend a bunch of time and energy, and you're not subtle about it. You don't get caught by like the mall cops, but I think that overall your fucking around has endangered the mission. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and move one of these clocks along here.
Do it.
I'm doing it. It's happening right now. It just happened.
Oh my god.
Um, so cool. So you do that, but you take a gear. We can find out later what you stole.
Okay.
Um, yeah. So while you're dicking around in the mall, what else is going on? Katya, Drez, and Relay. What are you doing?
So Relay is talking to Katya about
Mhm.
like because we're just waiting in the car. So Relay is like, like we resume that conversation of like, well, why would Freyr want to like kidnap this kid?
Mm-hmm.
And so I think like we come back to the conversation at the like tail end of it, where Relay's just like, what if Freyr's involvement here is completely unrelated to to everything else, and they're just collecting an asset? What if for them Liquid Freak is just an operator for that game? What if they just want to secure him for some other purpose?
There are people who score higher in that game than Liquid Freak, though, as far as we're aware. Like Scourge, why is she not get picked up?
Maybe she already has been. And like Relay is just spouting this like conspiracy theory of like Shadow War operators, etc.
It's possible, I guess, but the other thing I'm thinking is if our goal is to, I don't know, piss off the combinat and get them, off our back a little bit, then we just need this person to disappear and for them not to find him, right? Like, they can't acquire the information and everything is fine. So I'm not really sure that charging into a Frere compound somewhere and retrieving him is even worth my time. Like, why not just let Frere have what they have? Because if we were going to sell this information, we wouldn't sell it to the combinat because they would get what they want out of that. They're willing to buy it, I'm sure. What we need to do is keep it away from them, and what better place than Frere to do that?
Oh, no, I'd tell you where's a better place to put it than Freya. To the people who originally wanted it. I mean, we're probably on a list somewhere, collectively, as a group. Elixir.
My thought here was to get us some space from the combinat, get them to stop pursuing us, and I don't think that stealing from them is going to accomplish that. We need to either assuage them or frighten them.
Yeah, getting your hands on William Young, and either giving him as a gift to the commandant, or like you say, like being like, "Don't fuck with us. What you have, we can take. Back off." Either way, successfully completing this mission, whichever way you go, will reduce their heat with you. Just you'll get to decide whether you're doing it in a friendly way or in a threatening way. Either way, they'll take you more seriously if you can get your hands on it.
Fair enough, I guess. Well, I mean, I'm not looking forward to trying to bust someone out of a Frere prison, however.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Jinx comes back with something we can use.
Yeah. So Jinx, you're done.
Oh yeah, so like you see, like you guys are having a conversation, and then you see Jinx like half walking, half running, like with something in her hands, and she's like, "We gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go! Come on, guys!" And
She
like
just
gets
has
on
this
her
like
bike.
way too large box to have been trying to like smuggle out of a store. Yeah, excellent. And like relay just barely audibly sighs. Like only Katya, who's sitting next to me in the truck, can hear it or like notice it.
Like maybe I like throw the box into the truck and then go and get on my bike, and I'm like, "Don't touch that, it's mine." And then-
Yeah, and it just like you like throw it and it clangs off of the drone that's in the back, and I like tense up a little bit. Yeah, we drive off.
Okay. So, Jinx, what did you find?
Oh, fucking shit. Nothing. Garbage. Let's go.
Go fucking where?
I don't know. Not here.
I get out of the van or
Oh my
wherever we
God.
are, and I walk over to the fucking chicken shack
Yeah.
because God fucking damn it, this is just. Why do I have to do everything? And I walk through the Freyr gate
Okay.
that's on the door, like waving
Yeah, I mean,
that
you
shit
just
away.
cross the AR like line, and the lines go from yellow to orange. They boom, and like because you've broken like an AR barrier, and you get a warning saying like this is Freyr corporate territory, currently under jurisdiction according to these like things. Like they temporarily own this chicken shack until such time that it's returned to its original owners. You know, and it gives you like a customer service number, like if you need to get in contact with whatever. And so, but it also is like warning you you're not allowed to be here.
Yes, thank you. Fucking piss off.
Okay.
And like I'm gonna take a look around this place.
Okay. Yeah. So
or
it does
anything that may
look like
help
there
us.
was it's a scene of brief but
Chicken tender
effective
violence.
brief but effective violence. Yeah. I mean, this is one of these places where a human doesn't work, right? There's no like employee. There would be a drone that would extrude chicken goo into an oven that would then
The
bake
little
and
balls.
deep fry it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. And yeah, and so you just go up to the counter, AR interface with the thing, and then buy it. So it is very much like a very small operation.
It's a fried chicken vending machine.
Yes, exactly.
Essentially.
Fried chicken vending machine. And so you walk in, and yeah, there's like broken glass on the floor. You can see like bullet holes in the window. There is on the ground. And this place smells. Maybe you don't recognize the smell so much. Jinx would. It has this weird like chemical smell in the air. And yeah, it just looks like the scene of a shooting or something. There's like definitely like signs of violence.
I am going to assess the situation.
Okay.
What do I need for assess? Is it edge? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. 12.
Nice. Okay. What would you like to know? Also, yeah, to your point, it's chicken, but it's spelled. It's like how when you buy like ice cream style desserts or whatever, right? It's
Yeah.
yeah.
So what do I notice despite an effort to conceal it? Because that's a great question.
There is no effort to conceal anything here. You have access to all of the information that is possible to gain access to. It's not a place where anything is being hidden.
Okie dokie. Who or what is in control here specifically? Like I'm looking for something like place that I could go where somebody taken from here would, like, is there a Freyr anything around here that would be the place that we could go next?
Not that you can pick up from the scene. It's not like people arrested here would be taken to whatever. It's not like going and finding your car towed and there's a sign. I think Freyr is in control. It's obvious there was no struggle. Somebody got their shit ambushed here real bad.
Okay.
This is not the scene of a fight. This is a scene of somebody getting their shit fucked up.
These questions are all useless to me.
Yeah. Blue Jay, I see your mouth moving. If you're talking to us, you're muted.
I forgot
There we
that I
go.
was muted.
It's okay.
If Katja was taking a really long time and like, I don't know, like you said there was a smell I might recognize, but I wouldn't know that in character. But if you're taking a really long time, I would be
I
like,
don't think
"Come on."
Katja's taking a really long time. I
This
think
is
you're
this
in
is a
okay.
quick assessment before I get ambushed
Okay.
by Freyr people coming to check out the trespass, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so I can't really find out anything here. Like this. Okay.
No, the crime scene, you probably would have found out similar stuff like as you would have talking to Otto, right? Like this is like there's an obvious scene of like somebody getting like ambushed and then taken away from here.
Okay.
I have a
All
question though.
Mm.
So Katya has the move about the pieces coming together,
Yeah.
and I feel like having been in this space now, she's in a good position to like have that moment where it all like clicks.
Yeah, but I already
you
used the
wanna-
hold I had to ask
Oh, you
one
don't have
question.
any
All
hold?
it does is give me a hold for an assess question, which I have access to right now anyway.
Oh, I
It's not-
see. Okay.
It's not really that helpful.
Or it's a
in this-
research question, right?
Yeah,
Outside of a
but-
database.
but
Yeah.
I already used it.
Mhm. Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, never mind then. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, there's no other good question here. So I'm just gonna leave the chicken shack.
Mhm.
And then go to relay and say, the only way that I can think of what we could do here is someone trespass on this fucking property for long enough that someone comes looking. We ambush that someone. We force them to tell us where to go, and then we go there. That's my only thought.
So
I have no other idea where the fuck we could possibly
so-
find any information.
Relay just comes to Jinx because Jinx is on her motorcycle, right? Or like not in the cab of this truck.
Yeah, I'm not in the truck. No.
Yeah.
I'm just like, Jinx, Katya says that she needs you to take a look inside the chicken shack.
What?
Yeah, Relay's just
God
like, you
Damn
should
it.
go into the
Like,
chicken
you
shack.
can't fucking do anything. Ugh. Like, and she like impatiently parks her bike and like goes to the door of the chicken shack and she's like, what?
It's behind the counter. Like, basically, Relay is just tricking you into lingering here too long so that you get arrested so that we can follow you to wherever they're taking you.
Thanks. Great. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, good friend. I am a good friend.
It's just like messy
So okay, let me
and
just be
shitty.
clear about your plan here.
You want me to get arrested?
Your plan is to have Jinx arrested on the hope that she will get taken to the same place.
No,
Can we just,
no,
like,
that's
look
not
up-
the plan. The plan is that someone Freyr has to come here to arrest
Okay,
her,
but can
and
we-
that I
can we
will
talk
ambush
about-
that person.
Can we talk about how we know Freyr does not usually send
Yeah.
people, right? You'll get ambushed by robots.
Well, we have a hacker.
Can we talk about the fact that we could just look up inmate stuff, William Young?
You have his name. You know where he was arrested. There are safer ways to do this.
than
I'll
me
just-
getting arrested.
Great, well then we'll do those.
Okay.
So I go to the door of the thing and I look around. I'm like, there's fucking nothing here. And I turn back. I'm like, we have got to go, like, now-ish. They might. We gotta go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and really
Fine.
just pinging Drez, being like, we have all this information. William Young was arrested by Freyr.
Freyr at this
Like, we need to
place.
know where they've been taken.
Access the jail files. Look up jail.
Go to jailfiles.org. All right, Drez. So do you want to do you want to do some research? Do you want to look around and see what you can find?
I would like to. I know that Elixir is spying on me, right? They're keeping an eye on me.
Yes.
I would like to leave some very subtle hints. Somewhere that they would be able to find them, but not necessarily where somebody who wasn't looking already directly at me would see.
Okay.
That I have reason to believe that they're stolen information, and the person who stole it I have details on, and I'm working on retrieving it. But I may require like assistance, basically, just because they've managed to get themselves in deep with Freya.
Okay. Yeah, so you're gonna just tip off Elixir to what's going on, what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm going to tip off Elixir, and yes, I will do the research to see if I can find them. As much of the work I can do for Elixir as possible, and if we end up having to break into, or if somebody has to end up breaking into a police station, it probably shouldn't be us. That would, we're doing stuff to reduce clocks. I feel like that would be super bad for us.
Okay,
Yep.
so you just want to do a research. So what's your question for research? This is just like internet searching, digging through the matrix, processing information. You have the clues here. You have William Young, Liquid Freak. You have Freyr as a connection. You're starting to get enough information that you can start to dig up. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
could we say where could I find the Frere holdings that William Young is in?
I mean, you can ask again. Yeah, where do I find William Young? Right?
Yeah, I was going to say, we asked it at the beginning of the session, didn't quite have enough pieces, but I feel like you're right.
You
We
definitely.
should
I
just-
think that if you succeeded this, you definitely have enough for me to just flat out tell you now.
Okay, where would I find William Young? I'm going to research. Do I have... I spent my intel. Yeah, if somebody could help me with this, potentially, that would be great, because it's, as we have established, it's going to be a fairly important role.
I could be like relaying to you anything I remember about what Officer Otto said, if that would be like helpful. If that could be considered a help role.
I don't know that Officer Lundberg gave you any information that would be helpful in that instance.
Then I don't know how I could help.
This would be like the kind of help you'd be here would be like sorting through data,
I don't have
helping search, that kind of stuff.
The, like,
I can help
yeah.
because if Drez feeds me data, I can use my like SimSense and neural interface to just go and like
Yep.
walk through the data and help sift it.
Yeah, I'll just use you as like external processing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
totally.
basically. Yeah, totally.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I roll first, then we declare that, and then we roll
Yeah.
in that order, just in case I do pass. I'm afraid
Oh no,
that's probably the end of the mission.
the worst, the absolute worst. You got a 3. Cool. It's a
Well, I help.
4. Okay, so here's the thing. You do find a location for Liquid Freak. You figure out where Liquid Freak is. I think you have to.
Max Freyr jail.
You have to like essentially you like borrow some like gray credentials to a like a legal assistance website that allows you to access like arrest records because you're pretending to be a lawyer trying to like find out like where a person is being held so you can go and meet with them, and like you have to do a bunch of sort of backdooring and stuff to get at it. But you do find a record, the Freyr, the department of Freyr that handles like actual like arrests and management. There's their website gives you the information. It looks like William Young is currently being kept in the Tier Hall Correctional Facility, which is a prison kind of on the northern edge of the Megaplex. And that's where he's at. He's been there since the day that the Chicken Shack disaster. So you have located Liquid Freak, so everybody can mark experience.
Okay.
So you got that going for you.
One experience before I die.
But we're just gonna fill the old legwork clock here. You've made a ton of noise. So guaranteed Freyr knows you're looking for him now. And like there's just no question here that they'll be ready for you if you try to like make a move on him.
Yeah, so I think, yeah, like I'm typing out the message at the same time to Alexa. I'm like, I've got the location. we can't do the extraction. That's where your data is. Love and kisses. Don't hunt me anymore, please.
XO, Gossip Girl. Okay. So like in secret, basically you tell Elixir like, hey, we found your guy. Freyr has him.
Yeah, I'm trying to salvage this. I don't think we'll be able to work and
Well, so
we
like
filled up.
let's have that question, right? Like answered in character. So you're all back at the base,
Yeah.
and Drez, you figured out where he is. He's in Tier Hall. The mechanically, the legwork clock is full, but that's okay because you weren't going to be rolling to make money off of this anyway. But narratively, it means that when the generic version of this clock filling all the way, essentially means that like your plans are going to be you're transparent to whoever you're acting against. So at this point, like Freyr's got enough security and information about you that they will be you're precisely individually identified. The time and like whatever you plan, they're gonna know. So it is a big gamble if you want to like go and try to do it. But you still have 3 phases on the action clock left before it's impossible. Before the mission is like over. However, it's not like things just end. You can choose to do a different thing. Y'all figure out what you want to do now. So you know what's allayed against you, but you have some choices going forward.
I mean, it sounds to me like Dave has sold, or that Drez has sold the information out to Elixir.
Not necessarily.
I mean, like, so I think going into a prison to try to get this guy is bullshit, and there's no fucking way.
Yeah.
But like, is there any way we could be him for the purposes of getting the information out of his weird storage device? Right?
No.
Just no.
Yeah.
Just straight up like no. Like it physically requires him. Basically, he's a pawn now. Like Freyr has him, and so they have the information if they can convince him to give it up.
I've got an idea, but it's a terrible idea. But I'll share it with you anyway.
Okay.
So we're talking in character. We're like, okay, he's in the prison.
Uh-huh.
I can go back to the communat folks who are looking for him and tell them exactly where it is. Maybe we kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They are going to make moves to extract this person because they want what he has, and the communat are not known for letting go of their revenge just because you're in prison. That's not the thing they do. So if we can get them to either succeed in an extraction and remove this person from the Freya prison and then ambush them on the exit and take him back, or we could, if they somehow get to him on the inside, then he's dead, and we have gained or lost nothing as current situation dictates. I don't know. I just think we need to get someone else to want him bad enough to remove him from Tier Hall.
You know, if you want more information too, you can assess, because there's a new situation here where you know where he is at. You can see the pieces moving. If somebody wanted to make an assess roll and ask questions about the situation at large, that's certainly possible as well.
Okay.
I can help, Katya.
Yeah, because you're all sitting around talking about this, and that's the assess, right? Like, okay, what do we know?
Yeah.
I got a 10. That's all good. You don't need to help. Assess.
I get a 7.
Okay.
Whoa.
All right, well, let's go with the straight up easiest question to answer that will not have a straightforward answer because no assess question ever does. How is William Young vulnerable to me?
I don't think he is anymore.
Cool. All right.
I think the thing is he's not, he's stopped being a person. He's a key, right? Like his vulnerability, his only value here is that he he's the only one that can gain access to this IP, and there's only one copy of whatever it is he stole anymore, right? He
Valuable
burned
for
Yeah.
biometric data.
his biometric data is all that matters. Yeah. Once
We
he
have
give-
access-
once
we
he-
have access
basically
to
he's gonna open the door for somebody eventually, and once he does, he's toast.
But we have access to his stuff, right? Like we have the thing that has to be opened, right?
What the box?
Yeah.
It was
no.
like online.
Yeah, it's just like
something.
an online like escrow, like data escrow
what if
service.
what if we somehow secure that?
Like fry the server and just wipe it out.
Well, no, what I'm saying is like if we can secure that with an extra layer of like, well, you have William, but we have another lock on it that has to do with this thing, then it becomes like, okay, well now you have to deal with us, you know, like I don't know. This is an idea. All right,
Yeah,
let me see what
everyone's
else.
out there chasing William, and we can just put another padlock on
Yeah,
it.
just put another padlock on it that's like a D-res padlock or whatever. I don't know.
Definitely Drez's biometrics and not anyone else's, because I don't want to be on the hook for this shit.
I can work on that. I
The other
think.
thing we could do is
Just like isolate the isolated data behind another firewall or something, or like ice. or
So
whatever.
so the way
okay,
the way
well,
that it
I-
works, just for clarity, right? There's some kind of like there's a corporation whose job is it's maybe like an Ether subsidiary. There's an Ether subsidiary that has an automated kind of low grade AI controlled server farm, like data farm, where you can buy storage space that is encrypted even to Ether, right? Like so that no one can go to them and be like, open the box, 'cause like we don't have the keys. So it's it's double blind for them. So it's thinking of it too literally as like a treasure chest that you could steal is probably a mistake. It's part of like an architecture there. You could conduct a hacking operation against them to try to like isolate it, I guess. But it's encrypted. It's part of that network, and they would
it's
have.
essentially a safety deposit box.
It's a safety deposit box. Yeah, exactly. Rather than an object you could like take away.
So we could, and it's like super duper locked safety deposit box. So we could maybe break into the bank and steal the box itself.
Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't be able to copy it or
but we
move
can't, like,
it.
duplicate it or move it or anything like that.
Yeah.
We could just maybe put another, like wrap it in something else or do some other fuckery with it. But
I don't know. I'm just
not
trying to think
very
of like any.
practical.
No, that's
solution
true. Yeah,
that'll
like, it would
fucking
be-
give us
exactly, it would be
anything
like
in this
going-
situation.
It'd be like going to someone. It's like finding someone's bike locked to a post and putting another bike lock on it and being like, "Cool, you can
Yeah,
unlock
what's up
yours."
now,
But
suckers?
yeah, now your bike is stuck on the lock. So yeah, that's a thing you could do.
The other angle I was thinking of is we could make this like a social job where we just go and talk to the commandant and be like, "Hey friends, remember us? We have this thing for you. We know where this thing is. We know where this person you want."
That's also what I was thinking. Like if we can
Yeah.
pawn off the information to them,
and
then
I think-
that
and
might. Give
what
us
I want to
something.
actually make the social job about is about manipulating them into fighting Freyr and then just like using that as a smokescreen to get ourselves out of the picture in terms of the heat on us,
But
right?
the thing
Like,
is,
what you
with
really
the-
want to kill is Freyr, not us.
But
We're-
with the legwork clock full, all of our moves have been broadcast. So I don't think that it's possible that this isn't known information already, where he is, right?
Yeah.
So you have more.
not
Do you want to
secret.
assess? You have more. you
Yeah, I have
questions?
more. I have more questions. Um.
See here, okay, so I'm just gonna come in and say one thing,
Mhm.
Okay.
which is not like in fiction. This is just me, Andrew, the player, talking.
Yep.
The whole point of playing a game is that any outcome is always uncertain.
Yeah.
And so even if we have this plan and even if they know about it, if we second guess
Oh,
ourselves
sure.
and insert ways for them to undo our plan, like of course there are a million ways that they can undo our plan,
Mhm.
but we can also we can pull off nearly impossible things if we are willing to pay the cost.
Yeah, put yourself fictionally in a
Take the
position
risk.
to make the move, and then the move will let you do it.
Right. So
Um,
like we
the
need
other-
to not close doors to ourselves. We need to just think
I'm
of
just
a way.
trying to,
and then
I'm just
try to do it.
honestly, I'm just trying to think of a situation where the result and the option of the action phase isn't I storm the prison
Right. So
and
here,
take fucking
yeah, here's-
guy back. 'cause
here's
that's what I
here's the
wanna
thing.
do.
Here's the thing, right? So if you think it's going to be impossible for you to acquire Liquid Freak, you're certainly capable at this point of doing a cut and run that will reduce the combinat clock somewhat, but not that much, right? Like, it's totally possible for you to say, you know what? We're in over our head. We have something we can give them. Let's call it here, right? Like, it's not a binary like success or fail thing. You can definitely lobby for some advantage there, or like help the combinat by going to them and being like, look, here's the situation. But also you still got some assess questions. So if you want to know more things about the situation. But yeah, you're not really a storm the prison kind of team.
Yeah, I mean, storm the prison would be my usual plan, but that's, I'm trying not to storm the prison here. So let's see what other options that I have to present myself with.
I mean, I honestly think that the smartest thing to do that's not like, because I don't know, if we try and do anything at this point, like, I don't see what it would be other than just like talking to the companies, like or company, like Andrew was saying, and like trying to get like a deal where we are less on their radar. I don't think that Liquid Freak is something that we have the ability to obtain.
Yeah, like we just need to keep them busy in some other way.
He's in
that
prison.
functionally reduces our heat, right? Like,
yeah. So I think that in terms of like just giving up on those directives and just choosing to try and like get a little heat off,
reroute the
which
mission
is the
into
whole
being
point
something else.
of the mission in the first place.
Well, let's let Katya finish up her move, and then we can strike out.
I mean, alternately, if storming the prison is a thing that we could do, I have a gun that can shoot through anything.
And I have a big robot that has a
that's
huge
cool.
autocannon on it, and
I have a tiny teenage body.
All that being true, there are moves that would get made that none of you are any good at.
No, it's true.
Just so
we're not really that.
I apologize, everyone. I'm currently in the middle of a technical difficulty where I can only hear you a tiny, tiny bit. I've got like a wire loose in my headset that I'm trying to like fix desperately. You're just like little quiet mice in my head that I'm trying to like focus on.
So the short version, Elf, is that we will suck at raiding the prison, even though we
would suck at raiding the prison. It's true.
So.
All right, so I have an assess question.
Yes.
Left. Oh, I have two.
You have two left. Yeah.
So I want to ask, who or what is my biggest threat in this situation?
I think the biggest threat to you is the fact that you're so exposed to the person that has power, right? Like the major players here are the Combinat, who they don't really even know you're involved, right? The Combinat is not really the enemy here. You're not really doing this mission against them. Elixir is the wronged party, and they certainly have their own stuff going on, but they don't know about you either. Freyr has what you need and also knows like basically everything about you in this situation. So the biggest threat there is that Freyr, they hold all the cards.
Okay. I have one more question.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam.
Yes.
Where can I gain the most advantage?
I think the most advantageous thing for you right now, and this is based on what I know about the fiction and my opinion as the game master here, taking everything that you know currently, turning it over to the Combinat before Freyr gets to do whatever it is that they're going to do. Because Freyr's plan here is probably going to be to just do what Liquid Freak was going to do, but now he's the product, not the salesman, right? They're probably going to be like, hey, Elixir, we have that guy who has your IP. Hey, anybody else who wants to pay for this idiot? Because he belongs to them now. So yeah, like you don't really have like you could give the Combinat an advantage going in, so maybe they could like go get him or do something because they don't know where he is, but they're gonna find out soon that Freyr has him.
And so we can either offer this location, offer this information, or broker a deal between the Combinat and Freyr.
Oh, they don't need you for that. They like that's very high level stuff. They're both big corporations. The advantage you have is time. You know something that the Combinat and Elixir don't know, but they will find out. They're going to find out that they have him, but Freyr is not going to tell them where he is, right?
I mean, Elixir do know. I told them.
How much did you tell them? Did you tell them like everything?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, nobody else knows that, but that's okay.
No.
Okay, so I present that as an option.
Yes.
I think perhaps the
Yes.
place where we're going to come out the best, though I fucking hate to say it, is give over the shit we have to the Combinat and let them deal with it. I don't think there's going to be any other way to get them off our back, unless what we need to do is we need to spin this as sort of a gift. Rather than like, oh, we failed to acquire the guy, we can say, oh, we know where he is, you know. And present it in that manner.
That
Yeah.
based on the conversation you had with Seraphim before, that actually seems like the smartest plan. To be like, hey, look, I know we've had our differences in the past, but like, check it out. We've got this forefront
But I got
information
you
for you.
something.
Yeah.
It's a bouquet of flowers. Please forgive me.
Well, and it would defer the clock, and also I think it would open up an opportunity for them to be like, oh, you did good work. Maybe we have job for you, and then like,
Maybe you pay off debt by working.
yeah, well, and that's
like Liquid Freak was supposed to do.
right. Well, and that therein becomes the problem is that what you're doing here is you're looking at a potential version of your own future because Liquid Freak was in that position and he fucked up. But
Yeah.
the Combinat, they're it's a nasty organization, so it's a gamble. It's getting in bed with the devil, but it will certainly reduce the clock. You're not coming at them from a position of strength. It is an obsequious approach, but.
And we're not as dumb as Liquid Freak is, and we're not going to try to double cross them right away. We'll wait until they are a little less inclined to trust.
Right. And plus your PCs and he wasn't.
We're
you wouldn't be dumb
professionals.
enough to double cross them.
I say this, and the camera is just like slowly zooming in on Drez. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, give the information to them. Yeah, they'll love it. They can do what they want with it. We don't have any chance getting
I mean,
this.
like, where did we get this mission from in the first place?
Ourselves, essentially, or well, Drez.
Drez found there were rumors on the internet.
Yeah.
His
Like-
his automated algorithms looking for opportunities against the Combinat. Nobody brought this to you.
No offense or anything, but like this kid is fucked. So
Oh yeah.
But
like,
yeah, I mean, no
don't
one cares about him. No one in this whole situation gives a shit about him as a person.
we should just, I mean, like, it's not. Is it money? Do we get money? No money? Just we did all this for nothing.
This
Like,
is our own thing. We don't
This
get
is
money.
to save our
isn't
asses
that-
from being hunted down by
This
the
is
mob.
yeah.
This-
This
wait,
is
you're
save
trying
our
to tell me
asses.
this whole time we were never gonna get a fucking cent out of this, and I put in all this work?
Yeah, and so Relay like chimes in because I think they've been like mostly silent for a lot of this conversation, and they like cut you off to say, Jinx, it's more than just about making money. It's about being alive to continue making money, or maybe having a chance to spend it. These are some very dangerous people, and they have, for various reasons, taken offense at our actions, and we must mend fences so that we can continue to operate. We are very close to their influence and need to be very careful about how we interact with them.
Yeah, fuck that. I'm dangerous. I got shit to do, man.
Well, then I invite you to go assault the Freyr prison and retreat. Now that you have that badge, maybe you'll be able to do it.
Ha ha ha. Oh, come on. I'm not an idiot. Let's just get out of this and do something that will make me some money. Yeah?
I'm all for ending this matter sooner rather than later. We can offer
Sure.
what we have to the Combinat,
All right. Well,
do
let
our
me
best
make
to
the
frame it in a positive light, and then
Let-
move on.
let me make the introductions then. Should be fun. It's been a while.
Is this the thing you do in person? Is that the way they like things?
Yeah.
Do they need to see your face?
Well, so you could go through if you want to do a solid for, and I think that if you get Seraphin in on this, this would qualify. Like you don't have to go after Bushchenko. This would be repayment if you like loop her back in or like, hey, look, change of plans. I took what you gave me and we ran with it. Let's go to the commandant with this together.
Yeah.
That would really ingratiate you to her. Like she'd be all about that because that makes her look good instead of making her look bad, right? Because which is what was originally going to happen.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this idea. And this is basically like a little social job where we're gonna do some negotiating with commandant people, ingratiate ourselves.
Yeah, and I think we can resolve this just with like do an operation move, right? Like, because it doesn't. There's no. We've kind of detached from we didn't go into the action phase. We're just gonna like resolve based on what information you have. So cool. Yeah, let's talk about the plan and then we'll roll it and then we'll see how it goes or if there are complications. So for this move, I believe it is rolling plus edge. Yeah, conduct an operation is an edge move. You describe your plan and who's carrying it out, and then we roll. So what is the plan?
The plan is to bring the information that we have to the commandant, whoever is, authoritative or in charge of that investigation.
Seraphin will tell you the appropriate person.
Yeah.
To go
through Seraphim.
And this obviously. Is all with her involved.
And hopefully negotiate something out of it rather than just good graces, but that's icing on the cake. If it ends up being that we have to give it to them and walk away, and like we just get like a good job, you're not gonna get murdered, cool. But I definitely want to try and negotiate for some like, hey, we did you a solid. Can we have some stuff like money or whatever?
If you want to reduce the clock, doing that will undermine that effort. If you try to bargain, no, and I'm not saying don't do it. But your choices here are go to them to bargain, or be like, hey, we want to like, this is a gift, right? They're two separate things. So I just want to know which, because you can't do both.
And here's the thing though, right? Is that there's always going to be a range of benefit, right? We're still going to be pushing to like, but rather than being like, you need to pay us more, we're going to be showing like, hey, look, we did this really great thing for you. Look how great this thing, right? What we actually do is we talk up the value of our thing. We don't badger them to pay us more because it's just about us ingratiating ourselves better and better.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
So like, Elf, I think your thought process is correct. I think we just need to like color it a little differently. Because there's going to be this like possible range of success outcomes, and one of them is that we do a much better job conveying to them how wonderful and beneficent and great we are, and that we have helped them out so much. It sounds like Katya is like leading this. I think Relay is going to be helping because Relay is also good at like negotiating and is kind of the like figurehead of our little organization. It is.
That makes sense. Okay. Cool. So
I think that's all the details of it, right?
That's all we need.
We're getting help from our contact to go there, negotiate with them, give them this stuff kind of wholesale.
Yeah, so the whole scene is alighted as a kind of like meeting in a like a brick-lined basement somewhere with some like Russian mafia dude, Seraphin doing the introductions in Russian, the two of you having a conversation showing this guy what you have, Seraphin occasionally interjecting to be like, you see, when we were looking for this guy, I went to Katya because, even though I know that we have this thing against her, I know she's trying to return to the fold. And so, she helped me with this. And basically what everyone wants to get out of this is a rising tide of like good feelings with the commandant, right?
Yeah, and like when she says that, when Seraphim says that, like Relay just like quirks an eyebrow at Katya. There's just like that little aside of like, oh, you're trying to get back in. I'm like, huh?
I just give you the not now stare.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, there's like all these little social interplays happening at this negotiation table.
All right, let me roll edge and find out how well this goes. Here it comes, the traditional. Oh no!
Boom.
Okay, we did really well.
Right. Everything goes according to plan. You and your team are in perfect position to carry out the final element of the plan. So, yeah, I mean, I think that this reduces the clock with the commandant. They take the information. You get it to them fast enough that it gives them an edge because now they know where this guy is being kept, which gives them bargaining power against Freyr if they want to get him back. Whether or not, like, whoever ends up with this guy is like an off-screen thing, because Elixir probably is already like on the move to go and bust him out and get him so they can get their IP back.
Yeah.
But it's moved the tension away from you, and it's raised your
Our esteem.
Yeah, exactly. Your esteem with the Combinat. So.
I feel like it's kind of a way for us to show that, because initially the Combinat was thinking like that we were super partisan and that we were like against them specifically. This is a way for us to be like, we're just criminals, we're trying to get by, right? And like, we'll work with you, we'll work with whoever. We're very open-minded criminals.
Yeah, well, and I think that's the jam, right? Is that it just, yeah, you've made the best out of a bad situation. And I think the idea here is that they're going to think of you as potential assets. Maybe they recognize your talents. And they're like, oh, maybe these aren't our enemies. These are just, yeah, like you said, just operators that maybe.
And, you know, sometimes they're going to be working for other people, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there might come a time where they're like, okay, you need to like work with us full time. You know, if
yeah,
you
they're
really
going to
want
become dark possessive boyfriends eventually.
Eventually.
But we're in this like towing around it stage for now.
Yeah.
We're in the towing around dark possessive boyfriend
Yeah.
stage. Okay.
Like, yeah, we do mean a lot to each other. Yeah. Okay.
Cool.
That's great.
All right. So I've reduced the clock by 2. They're now lower. Sun and Hasty Mart are both more annoyed with you than the Commandant. You managed to do all of this without raising the Freyr clock, which is cool. Like they're like waiting for you to come and bust them out, and then it never happens, right? Like you back off and they're like, oh, okay, cool. And then you just get filed away. Like you disappear off their radar because you didn't actually do anything. Talking about a prison break doesn't stay on the clock.
Yeah, we
right?
remain like they had a projected plan for how to deal with us and stuff, and they're like, oh, this outcome didn't happen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Cool. All right. So is there, I guess, like there's no like getting paid roll to make. So that's that. That's the mission. Cool. You did it. Sort of. What's that?
Can I
Dave?
sell some of this? Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say, how does my contact with Elixir resolve?
It doesn't. They're like, cool. You gave us some information. Thanks. I modified a clock that you can't see. Don't worry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they're like noted, but they're still on your ass.
Yeah, that's fine. That's all I could hope for, I suppose.
Yeah. For folks watching at home, note the change in this clock from the GM turn. Yeah, cool.
Can I sell the shit that I shoplifted from them?
No, it's gear and it goes away.
That's dumb.
Gear and intel
the whole
evaporates.
point was to get dollars.
No, you can't get cred from shoplifting. Sorry. Shoplifting is not a cool thing to do, and it doesn't get you enough money. If you robbed a bank, maybe.
Shoplifting isn't cool, kids. That's
right.
You heard it. You heard it.
You heard it here from
first.
Officer Lundberg. Don't shoplift,
God.
kids. Don't take things what aren't yours.
Don't take things what aren't yours.
But we will
Yeah.
do links, right? We'll do links. So let's go ahead and do that. Katja, do you wanna go first? Who knows how you operate better because of this mission?
Do I say who knows how I operate?
I believe that's how it works, right? I don't know. This is a player-facing thing we only ever do like very occasionally.
I think it's who thinks
No,
they know how I operate
It's
better?
you tell them.
So let me rephrase in a way that might make more sense to you.
Eh.
Someone here has some insight into how you operate.
Yeah, who knows you
and
better,
therefore
basically.
can work better with you.
Oh, I think it's probably
is
you,
that?
Relay.
Okay, great.
I got it, team. I eventually understood what the hell we were doing.
The most-
Okay,
the
who
most
knows-
complicated
who knows how
shit.
Jinx operates better.
Yeah, Jinx.
Huh? What?
Who knows how you operate better? Who knows you better?
Otto Lund.
Otto von Lundberg. No.
I don't know, like I don't know. I didn't really do much at all. So I did
Let's
one
circle
thing
back.
and nobody was there.
Is there a clear answer for derails?
Yeah, my answer is relay. I kicked you out of the system so that I could go and do my job.
Right, you just like ditched me in a tube of Kool-Aid or something.
Yeah.
I think Jinx knows how relay operates better because we were like butting heads a bunch, which was a new thing.
When was that?
I remember vaguely it happening in the previous session
Mm-hmm.
that relay and Jinx kind of like got into it around something, and then also in this session we were just like arguing and being shitty to each other. So like this is just like a new behavior that we haven't seen before. So I feel like
I mean, I'll take it. Yeah. In which case, I don't know. I guess like last session we went to that arcade with Katya, so probably
That's true.
Katya again.
All right.
I forgot about that.
Gotcha.
yeah, you two have been buddies for a few
Buddies.
missions now.
My
Well, like
ass.
hateful
Interacting.
buddies.
Yeah.
You've been in a
Hey,
buddy comedy
Hey,
too.
we're like the love hate, like buddy
There is
cop
no love
movie.
here.
It's just like you're not my real mom, but I like.
Look,
you,
if somebody
but I
shot
can't
if
admit it.
somebody shot at Jinx, Katya would shoot back. Okay, if that's not love, I don't know what is.
You've been hate friending the whole like last few sessions. So.
Yeah.
Hate friending. Okay.
I mean, it's okay because like IRL, me and Blue Jay, we're
Like
good,
this.
We're good buddies,
Excellent.
so we can fake hate friend at each other. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. All right. So I guess that means after Burning Wheel, next time we play, I'll do a mission prep, and we can get back on making some money.
Oh yeah,
Cool.
we can do it, money.
All right. Well, I guess that's it for today's mission. Good salvaging, everybody. I'm proud of you for not pushing ahead and trying to take on a thing that was.
I
totally
really
gonna
wanted
get you
to
fucked
storm
up.
the prison.
No, I'm really, like,
wanted. I have a big
primo.
gun I didn't get to use this whole mission that is
I know,
new
Al.
and
I will
shiny.
find something cool for you to shoot at in the next
I
mission.
want to shoot at
Alright.
stuff.
All right. Well, when you're not here whining about not getting to shoot at things, where can people find you on the internet, Elf?
She's also whining about not getting to shoot things usually.
Yeah.
You can find me being shitty and whiny and not wanting to shoot stuff and wanting to shoot stuff over on twitch.tv/distractedelf or on Twitter @distractedelf, where I'm already bitching about games that I'm playing. It's fine. Go look. You'll see.
Excellent.
Do that shit, I guess. Fuck.
Burgeoning game designer Andrew, where can people find you on the internet?
You can bask in the glow of my burgeon at twitch.tv/actualfactual or Twitter at Commuting Crow. And if you are interested in playing my game, the playtest version of it is available. I'm going to post another link today. It is called Girl by Moonlight. It is a magical girl anime hack of Blades in the Dark. So it's like team of magical girls doing shit. That's the game. That's what it's about. I will not be doing a design stream today because we have some other stuff that we're doing that's kind of conflicting with it. And basically all I'm doing right now with regards to the game is watching playtest stuff that people have recorded and like trying to take that into the game. And
We've got the second part of our one right on Monday.
so on
hopefully.
Monday there's going to
Yeah.
be the finishing of a playtest. I'm trying to get a bunch of rules revisions done tonight. So if you are going to playtest or if you are currently playtesting, check back regularly because the document is continually getting updated. That's me.
Cool. Dave?
Hi everyone. What am I doing? Nothing interesting on the internet, but you can follow me on Twitter at Dave_the_human. Can come tomorrow and watch some Roll20 Con stuff. I'm going to be in one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did specifically look up when it was for yesterday, and I forgot again.
Excellent.
It's like 10 o'clock in the
10
morning or something.
Yeah,
like
10,
Western.
10:30 or something. Somewhere around there, probably.
Mystery
there.
time.
I'm sure it's around.
It's true. There is a schedule available.
Yeah.
Blue Jay?
I don't know what's happening. I'm Blue Jay.
Does everybody fall under a spell of confusion here at the end of the episode? Or
Yes.
That's all the shout out I need to do.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for coming, nerds. We, as has been mentioned, we'll be back, all of us in some capacity or another over the weekend because it's Roll20 Con. So the 24th and 25th of June, basically all day long, there'll be games being played here in this channel and all across Roll20. So definitely try to come and check at least some of that out. We are going to be, in part, returning for some late night Blades in the Dark tomorrow. And then, of course, we'll be back for weekly business, Burning Wheel and the Sprawl next week. In 2 weeks, if you find yourself in the Seattle area and are at Go Play Northwest, the 5 of us will be making a rare in-person
Yes!
appearance.
Yes, I'm so excited.
At Seattle Game Convention, Go Play Northwest. So
On the anniversary of our first game
It
together.
is actually
It
the
is.
anniversary
Yeah.
of our
So we're
first
all-
game.
Anniversary
we're
of
all
our
real excited about that.
Yeah,
So
it's emotional.
if you can't attend
Real
Go Play
touch.
Northwest in person, we'll try to make we'll make a video for you and we'll say hello to everybody on the internet. But that will interrupt our schedule somewhat for that week, but we'll let you know when we get closer to the date.
If we can't play Burning Wheel, I'm gonna be so
No,
sad.
no. We're gonna schedule it so we can. I don't care what we have to do.
We'll figure it out. I think
We'll
there's gonna
play it
be,
without you, Ash.
I think there's a week we're gonna miss it because I think that Dave will not be at Dave's computer anyway. We will be we'll be back all weekend for Roll20 Con, and we'll see you next week for Burning Wheel and for more of the
In-person
Sprawl.
Burning
In person.
They're addicted.
We'll
Addicted.
broadcast from a table somewhere.
It'll be great.
All right, we're gonna go. We'll see you next time, everybody. Bye.